Hello and welcome. My name's Sumner Hobart. I'm the co-founder and creator of this product, which is the Prazoli Christian Men's Journal. And in this video, I'm going to show you the best way of how to use this, how it's laid out, so you can get the most value out of it. And I'm so excited for you. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first of all, this product is a labor of love. We've truly poured our heart and soul into this product and hope that you reap the benefits. Your journal will actually come shipped and delivered in this beautiful, sleek, gift-ready package that makes it a great gift for yourself or for a loved one. And once you open, you see that you have your beautiful vegan leather Christian Men's Journal, as well as your own elegant ballpoint pen. And a quick note about the pen is once you unscrew the cap, you'll see that there's a little rubber tip that actually needs to be taken off in order for you to use it, which some people have not done, and they're like, oh, the pen doesn't work. No, it does work. It just needs to take the rubber cap off. And the reason for this little cap is to preserve the ink and keep it from drying out so you can, store it much longer. You can keep it if you want, but you can just take it off and discard it. It's not a problem. It's just to kind of preserve in the production and shipping phase. Now for the journal itself, you'll see that we have different designs available, and I'm holding my personal favorite, which is the traditional cross. We have other options available, and if you have any other additional ideas of your favorite design that you'd like to see, let us know in the comment section. You can message us on social media. We always take our audience feedback very seriously, and we're always looking for fresh, new ideas. Regardless, so we have your journal. Go ahead and take off the paper wrap first in order to access. Now, quick note, the reason that we use vegan leather instead of cow leather is that A, it's more sustainable and better overall for the environment and for God's earth. And then number two is because it can actually be sourced at a lower price point to you, because obviously we want to make this, affordable and yet still maintain the highest quality. So of course, as you'll see, we source the best quality in all aspects of the product. Now, diving into the contents of the journal, we simply open the reusable magnetic strap, and you can see that I've already placed the pen here in the pen holder on the side, so you can use our pen or any pen that you like. Also, what I want to note is right in here in the beginning we have various pockets. You can keep your notes and other little pieces of paper. You can write your name here, and the journal belongs to. And of course, as you may have already seen, is you have written instructions here. We want to make this as easy as possible, so it's all laid out right here. And as you can see, the journal is divided into three main sections. We have the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. And there are 3 months basically worth of journaling in each journal, because having 6 months or even a year would make it even bigger than the Bible itself. It'd make it very, very large. So that's the reason for kind of finding that sweet spot of that 3-month period. Obviously, if you like it, you can purchase a new one. But yeah, that's kind of how it's set up. So at the very beginning, we actually begin with a monthly check-in. So let's just say you're checking in, looking back at your past month before we dive into the daily and then the weekly, if that makes sense. So we have our monthly check-in. What are the greatest insights that you learned or gained last month? We have our monthly proverb here. List 1 to 3 of your biggest accomplishments within the past month. Any prayers that have been answered. This is actually really important. I've noticed in my own personal walk with God that if I don't write down prayers that have been answered, even something that was so important at the time, if it's not written down, it's so easy for me to forget, which you would think you never would. But that's why writing this down overall is going to help you in so many areas, which you'll see here in a second. But also we have this section here for how well are you performing in these areas. And of course, with the entire journal, you can fill it in as much or as little as you would like. There's no recommendation, of course. This is for you. And we want to include this for you as an option to help you track in any or all of these categories here to see improvement, or maybe there's decline, maybe there's areas that you need prayer and guidance in. So that's why we included this section here. Then kind of looking forward, what is the biggest goal you're working toward in the next month? And then you can take your goal and break it down into your next month's schedule, just kind of some small notes in each day overall, as well as add some additional thoughts and notes that you have. So that's kind of the monthly check-in. It's how I'd recommend kind of starting off. It's really great to kind of track your overall progress. And a little quote here, which we'll scatter kind of throughout, which I will try not to spoil for you. Next, now moving into the daily journal, which is where you're going to be spending, of course, most of your time. And I would recommend doing this daily. It's a great way. Just writing down your thoughts and your prayers alone is going to be helpful. But I really believe with this structure, first of all, it's been extremely helpful for myself and many others. So should be very helpful for you as well. So first, I always like to begin and end my days with a Bible passage, especially in the beginning, because I'm starting and ending thinking and meditating on the Word of God. So whatever Bible passage or verse was read, you can write that down, kind of reflections that you have on it, any prayers you want specifically about this, or just prayer requests that you have in general. You can enter today's date. How are you feeling overall? Super important. What are you grateful for today? This is so powerful. It's so small. And again, doing this at the very beginning before anything, no social media, nothing else, saying what you're grateful for in the very beginning, and there's always something to be grateful for, will really help set the mood for the entire day. This is maybe one of the most important things, right? This kind of whole section here. Again, what's a big goal? It could even be a small goal that you're working on today. What are your top priorities for the day? And I like to, instead of have a long laundry list, where are my top 3, right? Like these 3 need to get done, or these 3 are most important to really meditate on, to think about, and ultimately complete. And also, what is your reward when you accomplish this? You know, what's a healthy reward that you've set for yourself on a daily basis for accomplishing these goals? Again, you can fill out as much or as little as you like. It's here for you. And also your daily 20. So spending 20 minutes a day, when you add that up to a year, is a lot of time that you have in a particular area. So you may have realized from your monthly reflection, oh, you know, I really need to work on my spirituality, right? I just know that that's off. That's a big reason I bought this product. I really need help with that. Then maybe spending 20 minutes a day, that's going to help you in the long term, even though it sounds like a small amount, or maybe it sounds like a big amount, 20 minutes every day, it adds up. So you can pick, any of these categories, 20 minutes a day, you can even add in your own custom one here. And, did you kind of work toward that habit and check off every day? So that's the daily journey. Again, kind of repeats itself every day. You have that at your disposal. Then once you get to this section here, as we can see, we turn the page. We're now looking back at the week and then looking forward. So this is kind of the weekly reflection section. And what we do have is we have 7 days plus a week. So it's not 6 days and then a weekly reflection. It's 7 days plus the weekly reflection. So you can choose to do 6 of the days and then the weekly reflection, or what I like to do is 7 days as well as a weekly reflection. So let's get to it. So looking back, for that habit that you're working on, that 20 minutes a day, did you accomplish it each day of the week, right? It's really great to track that. And you can do so here for Monday and Tuesday. It's all kind of there on the side. What are your 3 biggest achievements of the past week? One of your biggest learnings, something God is trying to teach you, as well as what is the single thing that you could change to generate the biggest impact in your life for the next week moving forward. Then we begin with a Bible verse. You can write down your next top goals, which could be the same as previous or new goals. We'll also supply you with another full weekly reflective Bible verse. And by the way, all of our Bible verses here they're not repeated. They're handpicked for you. Unlike other journals that kind of just pick a Bible verse and repeat. And it's actually not designed by a Christian, it's just designed by someone trying to sell, their product. We really hand chose these and hope that they speak to you well. And then weekly reflections, so you can reflect on the Bible verse, reflect on the good, and maybe also what seems to be the bad that happened in the previous week, and just kind of get it all down on paper. You have some room to do that right here. And of course, after the weekly reflection, we move back into our daily journaling until the next week, and so on. And after 4 weeks, we arrive at our second monthly check-in. Again, what are the greatest insights that you gained in the past month? Every month we have a monthly proverb selected for you. Again, the accomplishments, prayers that have been answered, habit tracking, goals to work towards, your schedule, additional thoughts and notes, all here as you saw before, and sort of repeats itself back into the daily, the weekly, and the monthly for 3 months. And keep in mind, you also have these handy little ribbons we've included. We have 2 that you can kind of mark any page of significance for you. And this is really beautiful as you go through and complete this, to keep it and to have it to look back on in the future, to really watch your spiritual journey progress. And this is so powerful, and really hope that you enjoy this. And if you have any questions or concerns about your journal, feel free to email us info@prazoliproducts.com, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And also, wherever you purchase this from, we would seriously appreciate an honest review on that platform. Reviews are the lifeblood of our small family business, so we would seriously appreciate, and we look at every single one. So we really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching. May God bless you and your family for years to come. May you enjoy the Prazoli Christian Men's Journal.